This is going to be a piggyback back on the video that I made previously about segregate not segregation. I'm doing the segregation one now. The one about Ward Connerly and my breakdown of preferences is going to sound similar. So I'm going to read you another excerpt from his speech called The Nation of Equals that he gave at Harvard in 1998. And the excerpt goes as follows. And so it was that as a regent, when he was working as a regent for a certain job, go read the speech, when I discovered that the University of California was really using different standards to admit people. We were classifying them on the basis of whether they are African American or Chicano or Latino or American Indian or Asian or white. We're making people fill out these silly little boxes and saying if you fill out one of these are a number of points that you get, and if you fill out this one, these are the number of points you get. Based on the system of values that I brought to the university as a regent, I thought this is wrong. This is not what the experiment is. Except for, that's the excerpt, except for the societal point of view, that is the experiment. See, here's the thing. I am not a one for segregation. I am for integration by choice. Because I love the different cuisines. I love the different cultures and everything. But let's be real. By and large, most people will still marry within their own race and stick within their own culture. Not to say that they won't have friends of a different culture, but chances are whoever's listening to this, your spouse or your significant other in the future, if you choose to marry because people are foregoing that, will be your same race or ethnicity. It just is what it is at the end of the day. That in itself does not make it segregation, because you can fall in love with someone of your same race and still love and appreciate other races, or don't care that your child married of a different race in the future. Like attracts like. This is just human nature, and there's just no way to get around the fact that like attracts like. And I hope to not make that make people mad, but it's like I said about a video I made previously about black owned businesses as a black American, because again, I read what's in the speech African American because that's the term they made us. I don't subscribe to that term. I support black owned businesses because you have to have niches. I have a certain texture of hair that compels me to go to a black neighborhood and get my hair done by a black beautician. That is what it is. There's no way to unniche that. No different than a person of Chinese descent going to the many Chinatowns in the United States and taking in tea culture and drinking teas from China you don't see in the grocery store mainstream. That's no different than someone who is Jewish that wants to go to an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, or someone Italian keeping their traditions alive in Little Italy. This ideal, this new experiment where we're gonna mix everybody and everybody should just go and try everything in the chocolate box, is just not gonna work for everybody. And I don't believe all people who choose this are segregationalists. They just want to keep generations of a business going, if that makes sense. By and large, most people are going to marry within their own. I'm not, again, this is going to sound like I'm preaching an ideal of segregation. I am not. I am merely saying that some people thrive within their own communities because there's something about their ethnicity that compels them to shop within their ethnicity within a cultural standpoint. But Ward Connerly is actually making a legitimate argument far as education giving people points according to their race. That is extreme. No matter if you like your self-imposed segregation or if you like your integration. Full integration cannot happen until you stop giving points to people based on their skin color, because that is a degradation. I can remember when I was in a class at UW years ago, and we were asked about this, and most of the class agreed that affirmative action could go away. And one student brought up something that I thought was profound, and she said something to the effect of, why do we even have to click what race we are in that box? If I earned getting here, why do I have to do that? And I said, yeah, because it's a box that's created to tick people off, and that's the point she was trying to make, and I agreed with. There's a tad difference between self-imposed segregation and people for nothing deciding we're gonna make boxes to let you know you'll never be each other's equals. And if this great experiment called the United States of America is gonna say we're gonna be as equal as possible, then I think it's time for universities to get rid of that box based on race. All right, thank you all again for listening. Have a great day.